Hey, what's going on? How you doing? All right, here we go again. Listen, I want to talk about what's taking place that I know you all are watching and being, updated constantly by your mainstream news media, CNN, Fox, MSNBN, what is that? MSBN? But I want to give you my little update from Israel. Okay? The side that you're not hearing about, I'm sure, because I see the protests and how people are talking about this situation as going on over there with these two countries. First and foremost, I need you to understand that it is not what they, America, is telling you. Now, again, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you have subscribed, tell your friends to subscribe because I have some interesting information for you. And you know that. That's why you keep coming back. And I want to say thank you that you are coming back to hear, because it's my earnest objective is to keep you balanced with information that you're not going to hear from them, to give you that other side of the story that I dig for, and friends of mine all around the world, send me information about different events and things that's taking place. Now, concerning Russia, first off the rip, I want to talk about the African people that the Ukraine would not allow on the train. Left those black people, African brothers and sisters, Nubian people, however you want to name it, standing out there in the cold, freezing cold. And then they showed you a picture of a young lady trying to feed her baby. That's ice cold out there. And I'm seeing the baby with the bottle to the mouth, and I'm thinking, that's Shazam. That stuff ought to be froze, But anyway, you haven't heard diddly squat about that on no news network, no mainstream. We had to catch that information off the internet with those students sending videos out themselves. That's how we found out about it. Okay, but you notice they're not saying anything about that on your main news stream because they don't care about black people. You know that. But let me show you something. And this is what you won't hear, because they are overdrive in making Putin look like the modern day Hitler. And when you listen to them on them news media, they have these white women that's, it's such a terrible thing. They just, and it's a terrible situation, and they just killing the Ukraine, and they bombing the school children, and they pulling on your sympathy to make you get mad. And you hear them, Putin. They use Putin's name 1,000, 2,000 times a day. Putin. And then I listened to this damn President Biden look straight in the camera and tell the people your gas prices gone up because of Putin. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. But you were saying that same crap when it came to the pandemic. You said, supply chain, the virus, all this shit. Man, and now the price is going up because of Putin. I'll be damned. Listen, why is it that America and Europe, the West, NATO, this alliance, why are they going so daggone hard? If you step back and notice, let me give you the 65,000 foot view so you can see. Have you really noticed how incredibly hard they're pushing this narrative that Putin is waging unprovoked war against innocent civilians? Y'all listen to the words that they're choosing. You know what I'm saying? But then they're suppressing any other narrative that don't support the lie that they're pressing. And you have to understand, ask yourself, but why? What's really going on? I mean, here you're individuals, you out pressed down trying to keep your head above water, make ends meet, or in 2022, make ends get close. You're trying to keep it together. You don't have time to sit down and listen to all this. And so you hear the major points, you hear the major things. But even in hearing the major things run across the mainstream news media, you're not hearing the truth, the backstory. Listen, this situation is way, 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 way more and bigger than what they're saying. It's so many pieces to this. But one thing that's a major given is that Ukraine has been corrupt politician money laundering ground zero. And that little president over there, that little guy, that's a deep sapsucker. I watched him do an interview, and that little fool, that little bandit, he smiled and winked his eye at the camera. What? What kind of shit is that? What you doing, winking your eye at the camera? You follow what I'm saying? And so now the next question is, what president do you see put on a bulletproof vest and a helmet and say he out there in the front line fighting with his soldier? What? You don't see that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they say it's Putin war. Do you see Putin out there? When America go to war, when they went to Afghanistan, when all these different places, did you see the U.S. president jump on the plane and fly out there and he out there with his rifle? Hell no. So why is it you seeing this little president over there in Ukraine running around doing all this talking, interviews and all this with his green military fatigues on? All that shit is psychological. They playing games on you. That little fucker is America's, the West, Europe lackey. You understand? Because he know the story. They have been laundering money through Ukraine. See, Ukraine has become Europe's #1 money laundering country because Afghanistan got too problematic. It was out front. It was too problematic. They don't like to be out in front. They like to work in stealth mode. They like to be quietly doing what they do, all they dirt, and keep us over here on these stupid jobs trying to, collect these coins to pay the rent, pay the mortgage, pay for the prices. And look, no one has stopped driving. So with all these incredible gas price increase, you still have to go to work. And now you're paying them prices. It's nothing slowed down, but the price went up. Why did the price go up all of a sudden? Because they used it. They used the situation to do that to you and blame it on Putin. But those corrupt politicians have been laundering money to Ukraine for years. Yes, the biolabs are there. Yes, Fauci. Yes, the U.S. government financed that gain of function research, which means it could take a virus that's not real bad and increase it and make it hell of a bad. Yes, they've been working on biochemical warfare. Yes, yes, yes. This is why America and NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, the European countries are going in so hard trying to convince you that Putin is such this big devil. But what you don't understand is Russia do not have a Rothschild-centered banking system. And if you know and been keeping up, every single country that do not have that Rothschild banking system, America went to war with. That's historical fact. Russia don't have one, and Russia controlled its energy, and Russia take care of itself. Now, why is it that big bad dog America talking all this smoke about Russia? Won't you run your happy ass up there the way you did Saddam Hussein and Muammar Gaddafi and tore up those people's country? Go on over there to Russia and do that shit. No. America don't want that smoke. Why? Man, you know, this ain't, I'm telling you again, this is not a war. Uh-uh. See, Russia know about those biolabs. Russia knows America's dirt. And just like again, you know, when they talk about the Cuban Missile Crisis, when they had them Cuban missiles down there 90 miles off the coast of Cuba, America had a shit fit. Oh, missiles too close, 90 miles. Well, hell, America been stacking up military armament over there in Ukraine because the lackey president, no problem. You know he getting broke off too to keep his mouth shut. That's why in front of the camera grinning, winking his eye. Because he know the crap that's been going on. But he cool with it because he been broke off too, you know. They all in cahoots together. Putin is not. Neither is Xi Jinping out of China. Then you got China and Putin, you know, but they been together. They ain't just got together. You go back and remember BRICS, right? When BRICS, BCRIS, Britain, Russia, China, India, and South Africa joined together and created them a financial economic alliance because they didn't like the way the IMF was treating them under America's control. So this ain't nothing just started. This here is the culmination of some bullshit that's been taking place with Russia and the West for years. You understand? And so it was Britain, Russia, China, India, and South Africa. They've been joining them alliance because they didn't like the way that International Monetary Fund was handling them, the World Bank, and all control out of America. So this is the culmination of several years of bullshit that's been going on behind closed doors that you don't know about. Okay? And so now it's gotten to a point where, oh shit, they look up, no, they can't control Putin in Russia. They can't control him. But they can lie to you about what they're doing. They sure can lie to you. And see, I listened to that heifer the other day stand up there talking about, well, that's classic Russian operative, where they'll tell you something bad about the enemy that the enemy doing, whereas in fact it's them. That's bullshit. America has been the masters of that. Bait and switch, flip, spin it. And they'll tell you, oh man, you know, Russia is just bombing and killing up all these children, and it don't even be Russia. Do you know what we found out? And you put this in, this will blow your wig back. I watched this video of a Ukrainian guy come on and explain. See, he put this up himself, but not on mainstream. Y'all didn't know that. Maybe some of you all saw it. He explained he has a brother in Ukraine that's actually out there fighting with a cell phone, and he said he wanted to know how he was doing. So he said he was actually able to talk to his brother for a few minutes, and the brother told him Russia is not bombing them. He says Ukrainian soldiers that's bombing Ukrainians and lying and telling people that it's Russia. Yep, that's your United Snakes of America. And see, this is why they're going so hard in on Putin, because they want to get your mind in a state that you won't believe nothing Putin say, because he's already has mentioned it, that America has those bio labs. So he just mentioned that and sat back and he watched how they came out lying, you know what I'm saying, to watch and see how they would react. And so if you sit up there and believe America is telling you the truth about Putin and what Russia doing, man, please, what? You ain't even been living here on planet Earth. You're not living on planet Earth. It's always two sides to every story, but you're not hearing Russia. When last time you heard okay, since this thing jumped off, have you heard Putin get on the mic and break down and explain what he's doing, what's going on, and what's actually happening? Nope, not on their networks. You. And I mean, they move swiftly. Took RT, Russian television, off, you know, MasterCard. They got everybody to go in and get. Now Israel is saying that, you know, because I just heard it this morning, Israel is cutting off Russia because of America pressure to Israel. America running around want the whole world to cut off from Russia. Why? Why? I mean, in just a couple of weeks, the whole world gonna cut a whole country off like Russia. And Russia been supplying these fools oil. But the amount of oil that America been getting hadn't been enough out of Russia to cause these prices to jump up like that. That's crazy as hell. I mean, America has oil, look, enough in its own shores that if Ding Dong Biden administration would allow the oil to flow through the pipes and come on and get to the people, they won't have to pay all these prices. I listened to this real nice interview yesterday. This brother did. He went out there and he interviewed some pipeline workers, you know, and energy employees that are laid off because the Biden administration shut the damn pipeline down. The first day he got in office, he shut it down. And these men been out of work, you know what I'm saying? And so they were sitting there explaining to the interviewer that they lost their job because the Biden administration shut the pipeline down. And they couldn't drill, couldn't do no more work. And he said, one of the guys was explaining, he said, it's the craziest shit I ever see. He said, America, he said, we don't have no problem with oil. We have a problem with leadership that has cut off our own taps to our own oil, which means we don't have to be suffering these prices, talking about we buying oil from Russia. He said, what kind of sense is that? And you turn around and turn the taps off on our own oil supply? He said, no. This is not no Russia issue. This is America issue. The dude straight up told him. He said, Russia, he said, this just popped up. Man, he said Biden cut that damn pipe work out the first day he got in office. So are you kidding me? What kind of crazy shit is that? So your country is being destroyed from within. And they lying on Russia and using Russia as a scapegoat to cover up the bullshit that they've done and the way they driving your country into the ground. Oh, your oil price, the gas price going up because of Putin. I mean, this thing jumped off. I mean, it ain't been going on 3-4 weeks and your gas price done shot through the roof. Them heathens is doing what them heathens do. They screwing with these damn people and blaming it on somebody else. And again, the bread that was sitting on the shelf last night when you finished watching your Netflix movie, okay, $2. Let's say it was $2 for a loaf of bread. Last night, it was on the shelf already in the store. It's been there. While you were sitting there watching your Netflix movie, that bread was sitting on the shelf and that bread was $2 when you was watching that Netflix movie. You go to bed, you wake up the next morning, and the bread is now $3. And you're like, what the hell happened? Oh, the price done gone up because of Putin. What? Overnight? You mean to tell me the bread done went up a whole $1 in 8 hours overnight? And then you tell me because of Putin, you see what I'm saying? You see them tall, incredible, fabricated lies that they telling you to get more money in their pocket. That's how they play you. This is the leadership, man, of planet Earth. These bandits running around doing all this stuff. Whatever the hell they want to do. Whew. And I don't want you to be suckers. I don't want you to be caught up. You know what I'm saying? Believing this bullshit because you'll be so stressed out, you won't know what to do. You'll be sitting over in the corner foaming at the mouth. You let them guide you. It's a damn shame. It's incredible. I mean, how you gonna look up a world, a planet, you got 7, 8, 9 billion people. To this day, you don't know how many people on this planet. That's what they tell you. But anyway, just say that absolutely It's 8 billion people on the planet. How many leaders running around, president of countries? Not even 1,000. And you look at the major countries, the 8, they call the G8, they get together and talk bullshiggity, yada, 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 thought. You don't know what they saying. You don't know what they saying. They send some chicken head to the mic, yak, 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 and say whatever, and then they gone. And you left there, that's it. And so when these fools get together and talk and make deals and all, it don't benefit you. So what the hell are they talking about? Nothing. They stand there, oh, we got alliances with Europe, we got alliance with Israel, we got alliance. So what that mean? Don't a damn thing change with you and your pocket, and your salary stays the same. Somebody asked me, who you voting for? What? You know what? If I vote for left or I vote for right, if I vote for black or if I vote for white, my check stays the same. They just laugh. I said, it don't make no difference which president is in office. My damn salary stays the same. You know what I'm saying? You just helping another bandit get in there to do more banditry, because ain't a damn thing going to improve or change in your life. But then you have those people that, oh man, you got to vote leadership. It's just one damn bandit to another. But what's going to change is you yourself on your own figuring out this system and trying to go ahead and get you a little bit more paper, because it's all about the money. That girl was right. It's all about the Benjamin. And that's what's going to change your life. Not no damn president. He don't give a shit about you. And you don't never get to a president. How many times in your life have you ever sat and chopped it up, had a conversation with a president face to face? Never. Do you think you ever going to get to do that? Hell no. So what's the big deal? You know, they come to the mic and tell you all this book. For what? For what? Only thing you got coming and that little check is that little check that you went out there and bust your chops for to get. That's all you got coming. And then they trying to make that smaller, the wicked asses. You know, this situation could boil into a real deep thing, because this morning I saw that the Chechen, and these over here, the old Chechen fighters, them jokers, they used to that freezing cold. They've been fighting for a long time. You know what? They running over there to fight with Russia. Woo-wee. And then, you know, China and Russia, they already road dog. China told Putin, I got your back, whatever you need, partner. You know what? Russia really don't need too much. They got that missile system, anti-missile system. It's called, I think of the S-400. America's scared of hell. Boy, they scared of hell of that one. So there's a couple of things you have to know that Russia, they ain't even knocked the, you know, the dust off. They got those hypersonic missiles that'll fly at Mach 5, 7, 8, 9 times the speed of sound. America ain't got nothing to rock with that. Because if you talking about Russia has missiles that can fly that fast, you see, if you got a missile that's flying at like 9 times the speed of sound, Mach 9, and America shoot a missile at it to shoot it down, that missile will have to fly not at 9 times, 10, 11, 12 times in order to catch up with it in time that it could detonate it before it reaches target. You see, now think about mathematically time and speed and distance. So you got a missile that's running at 9 times the speed of sound. And that means it's going to get to its target, let's say hypothetically 4 minutes. Now it take a few seconds for American defense system to be able to determine where the missile is headed. So you got 3 minutes before it get there. It take a few seconds, let's say 30 seconds before America can really determine where that missile is going. That's 30 seconds, right? So now, if it's a 4-minute target time, 30 seconds are already gone. Then you got 3.5 minutes left on the clock before it hit its target. And 30 seconds is already whacked off figuring out where it's going. Now, after that, a few more seconds tick by, 2, 3, 4 seconds, before the computer sends the launch code to the missile, and then a few more seconds before the missile actually fire up and launch and get out of the tube. So you're looking at just about a minute before America missiles get in the air. Just about a minute, more or less. Okay? I'm giving you examples. Don't go and quote this like, you got it from an expert. I'm giving you rough examples so you can understand why America is so incredibly afraid of Russia's anti-missile defense system, that S-400. It has 4 elements to it. I watched the whole detailed explanation of how it worked. I just shook my head. I'm like, shit. And because America got a serious prick up his butt when India wanted to purchase the system from Russia. Because why? America can't defend against it. And then I'm laying this out to you. That stealth bomber that America got that looked like the UFO that's supposed to be undetectable, damn it, that Russian defense missile system can pick it up. It can't hide from it. The drones, the UAV, unmanned aerial vehicle, the drones that can live an old bomb, that Russian defense system can pick it up. Not only does it pick it up, it's got several different missiles that it can launch to take that shit out the sky, depending on what it is. If it's the UAV, unmanned aerial vehicle, the drones, or the stealth bomber, or a jet, or just a rocket coming at it. But dig this here. It has increment of distance that it can go and get the bomb. All the way up to 400 kilometers away. 400 kilometers away, it can knock America's shit or anybody's shit out the sky. This is why America's so afraid of it. And to show you their great fear, they was talking about putting sanctions and doing all this crap against India because India wanted to buy it from Russia. America said, no. Why? Because they don't want nobody else to have superiority over them. You understand what I'm saying? And see, if y'all don't know all this stuff, you like, shit, why? But anyway, you done knocked almost close to a minute off the clock just figuring out where the missile is going and getting your missile in the air. It only takes, for this example, it only takes 4 minutes for a missile flying at Mach 9 to get to its target. You already done knocked off just about a minute figuring out where it's going, the trajectory, and getting your missile in the air to shoot it down. Now you go all through this process. Let's say it took 45 seconds. This is an example. It took 45 seconds off the clock for you to determine where it's going and get your missile in the air. Your missile in the air, it only have 3 minutes and 15 seconds to reach the missile. Now, if the missile that it's going after is traveling through the air at 9 times the speed of sound, that means your missile has got to be traveling at least 12 to 15 times the speed of sound to go and catch the missile and blow it up before it gets to the target. Because if Russia shoot a missile that's traveling at 9 times the speed of sound, and America, after 45 seconds, shoot a missile that's traveling at 9 times the speed of sound, it would never catch it. Why? They both traveling at the same distance. You know how that go. In order to overtake something, you got to be traveling faster than what you're trying to overtake in order to get it. But then there's a time factor There's a time factor that's still active. For every single tick on the clock, the missile get closer to its target. And if you can't come up there fast enough to get the missile out the air, your missile and that missile gonna hit at the same time, because you're trying to catch it. So now, what's the problem? America ain't got nothing traveling at 12 times the speed of sound. They only have nothing traveling at 9 times the speed of sound. That's your problem. Plus, Russia missile defense system is far more superior than anything America got. It's way beyond the Patriot system the Iron Dome Israel got. You feel what I'm saying? They ain't even broke that out because it ain't no war yet. This is why. You know what I'm saying? So if you all haven't been keeping up, and if you don't know, man, it's a lot. It's a lot. This thing right here, it literally could get into a real shit show. And innocent people caught up will be just devastated. All because the West, America, and Europe bullshit. They over there doing the dirt. Look at me. You see what I'm doing? I'm out here driving a damn fuel truck in the rain. I had to ride to work in the rain, the cold, and my bike, feeling stupid as hell. I'm telling you, man, I just tell the truth. Boy, I felt so damn stupid and ignorant and dumb. Here it is, I'm out here on a goddamn bike riding in the freezing cold rain to get to the truck to go drive it for somebody else. How stupid is that? Y'all think like, damn, bro, why would you talk about yourself like that? Well, it's real. In order to make changes, you got to deal with reality, man. This is some dumb shit that I'm doing. And I actually thought that I was a real smart brother. Yeah, I had a couple of businesses, over here. And I didn't understand how to protect them from people that was jealous. And they got me. I was innocent. I'm thinking these niggas, these jokers, we all on the same page. And we absolutely was not. But anyway, I'm working on another, business, another program, get it going and get up out of here and show myself intelligent. But to be out there, it's cold, man. It's cold over here today. And it's raining, and I'm out there on a bike trying to get to the truck. Wet, cold, my fingertips were so cold, man. It's crazy. So I'm sitting here talking all this to you all, doing some dumb stuff like this. What about me? Yeah, but remember now, I am working on establishing a business that will provide enough enough finance, because finance and economics are two different things. Economics is the study of how people buy and spend, goods and services. But finance is dealing with money, increasing your, monetary, your money. All right, two different things, economic and finance. Go look them up if you don't believe me. So, this is what's taking place. And this could absolutely turn into a real funk, because some old evil heathen in the background doing shit. You understand? It's just like that. Just some old cranky evil heathen just doing shit. Now, did I tell you? I told you that Russians took those African brothers and sisters in when Ukraine, blonde-haired, blue-eyed bandits turned them away and left them out in the cold. And one sister told the guy, look, man, I'm pregnant. I got to get on train. I'm pregnant. And he told her, yeah, you can walk. That's what Ukraine did. And all these niggas running around talking about, we got to stand with Ukraine. We got to stand with Ukraine. And then they trying to make Putin and Russia look like the big damn dog evil heathen, but they ain't saying nothing to you about how these Ukrainians did to black people. But it was Russia that took them brothers and sisters in and gave them food, clothing, and shelter, act of kindness to humanity. But y'all over here talking about, we got to stand with Ukraine. We got to stand with Ukraine. And the only reason why you're doing that, because none of y'all give a crap about us black people. Damn it. Now I said it, that's the way it is. You don't have, if it was just like the dude that was saying, oh man, it really hurt me because I see blonde-haired, blue-eyed European, you know, and we civilized. This don't happen in civilized nation. But your civilized wicked asses threw them people out there in the cold. That's civilized. You know, you good people. You know, you come off like you so damn holy and thou and so righteous is good, but you left human beings stand out there in the goddamn cold, freezing cold, and told the sister she could walk after she announced to you that she pregnant. But see, no, y'all don't want, oh, you don't want me to say nothing like that. Or you just being radical. Oh, Heathen over the other day wrote a comment to me on the YouTube talking about, you just sound like a radical monkey. You see how they do? See, it didn't bother me. Because they always do that. Or you black folks monkeys, you know, y'all uncivilized, you savages. And these are the descriptors that they use, but they have been using it, right? You savages, you monkeys, you chimpanzee, you stink, you ape, you ignorant. Okay, now, they've been saying the same thing about us for hundreds of years. And it has never changed. You know, it never increased. So it's like, okay, if we're that bad of a people, why you don't have more bad shit to say about us if we that bad? You just keep saying the same shit, which don't even have no effect. You know how many times I've been called monkey and chimpanzee and radical and fanatic? I had this long conversation 2 weeks ago with this heathen on the social media. I wasn't on regular social media. I was on one of those social media networks that's not on mainstream. What was it? Telegram, Sea Sun Spare, Getter. I'm on all those, right? And so this heathen was going back and forth with me because I was sharing some points with him, and he didn't like no black man telling him those things. And every time he say something to me crazy, I bat that shit out the sky and I say, you sure you want to stay on this train? You sure you want to ride this train? He couldn't do nothing with it. He couldn't do nothing with it. You know, coming back weak. I have nothing to say. Nothing really, you know, like, okay, shoot your shot. Nigga, I got some time. I'm waiting. What you got? So couldn't say nothing. I said, with the dirty ass record you heathens got, you got a lot of damn nerve to be opening your mouth. And see, here's the deal. America right now has fallen so far in the international eyes that now America is beyond the laughing stock. They kicking America ass around like a ball on the field. Yeah, boop, boop. Did y'all hear what Iran told America last month? Shit, America talking about placing sanctions on Iran. Man, Iran looked at America and said, screw you, goddammit, we gonna put sanctions on your ass for the way you treat black people in America. Hello, hello, hello. America, America, America. Are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Anybody home? Anybody home? You ain't heard nothing. I'm like, damn! He said, he went there. He said, man, we gonna sanction your ass for what you doing to black people in America. Good googly boo. Damn, Jim. They ain't said nothing to him. I ain't hear no comeback. Where you clap back? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You big bad America. Stand your ground. Say something to him. Man, them jokers turned their ass and went right on about their business. Oh, you know, they wanted to get away from him so he wouldn't say that again, so that wouldn't gain any traction. But what they don't know with their arrogant self, it already has. Everybody know what you doing, man. Everybody know America and what they doing. And then just like the Chinese, oh man, the international ambassador, the Chinese told America, like it was almost, he said, F you. The hell you doing telling us about what we doing, and y'all got slavery on your record. Shut the hell up. I'm like, oh snap, somebody else getting up in America grill, all up in that butt. That's what the Chinese said to Americans, man. They said, shut the hell up. You can't say nothing to us. With your record, shut down. It time ain't going good for the West, is it? See, y'all don't know that, because they keep you stuck on stupid and you don't realize just how much these people hate you. But see, here's the deal. Here's the deal. America has shown itself internationally of this pomp and glory. We the great America, dun 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 dun, we the America, you did that all over the world. I mean, hey, it's nothing wrong with owning a Rolls Royce and a mansion and beautiful things. Hey, I love it too. Shit, you think I don't like a Rolls Royce? You think I don't like mansion? Hell, yeah. Used to see the place I'm living in here in Israel by the beach. It's nice too. Yeah, I like that nice stuff. Absolutely. Love it. Materialism like a mug. Nice wall-to-wall, thick carpet, beautiful, luxurious couches that when you sit on, it's like you can sit there all day, like somebody holding your butt. You just comfortable watching your big 65-inch OLED super duper beautiful deep rich television screen with your surround sound and wireless speakers. You put the speakers up, you don't see no wires, no cable. In the system where they designed the place, you can put all your cable in, you don't see nothing, just see the TV on the wall. And it's mounted to when I sit on the patio, I can spin it around, sit out there on the luxurious patio, nice breeze with the big bay doors open, the living room, beautiful patio furniture, wicker, and you can see the big TV. And it'd be nice, breeze blowing in off the water. Hell yeah, I like that nice stuff. Duh, what? I have opportunity to get it, I gets it. Now I go shop, I work, I work, get the money, and I go buy it. So yes, I like that nice stuff. Now, here's the deal. America has nice stuff, but the way it manages its own self when it's in the midst of people that's not as fortunate as itself. That's what has caused people to quietly disdain America, because you come off so damn arrogant and disrespectful. How I know that? I've been in several countries, man, around the world, and as a brother, you can blend in different places. Certain places, if you know how, you can just be there and really don't nobody notice you. And so I be there, and I've been in places and, respect the people, go in, and, hey, where you from? Well, I was born in Atlanta, Georgia. Whatever. Okay, good, nice. What can we do for you? And so I'm just there, rolling with the people, talking, laughing, joking, have a good time. And then I look up, a couple of days later, some Americans come in, white folk, and they loud and disrespectful, and they just announce, I'm from America, I'm American. You think these people don't know that? And I'm sitting there, they ain't even noticed me, and I'm watching them. I say to myself, wow, this nigga, boy, I tell you, this is the worst damn. And it's several different nations. The place that I was at that I'm not gonna tell you, but it was several different nationalities of people there. Matter of fact, it was 6 different nationalities there. But when the Americans showed up, they was loud, boastful, disrespectful, rowdy, and they kept saying, I'm American, we do it like this, we don't do it like that in America. And everybody was just looking at them. And every one of those persons in that room, including me, we had the same thought about those Americans. Now, even though nobody said anything, that was a mark in our memory of how they act. Now, you do that day in, day out, week, month, years, and so you have built up a disdainment that nobody spoke about. But they say, oh, it's damn American. And so now you're at a point where that has overflowed in these people's minds that's not as fortunate, and they hate your ass. And you know what? It's more people rooting for Putin than Americans think. Yeah. Why? The Chechen soldiers done hooked up with Russia, and I heard 2-3 other nationalities is hooking up with Russia to fight America. And that's the way they saying it over here. See, y'all hearing that fight Ukraine and Russia, but what they're saying over here is they're hooking up with Putin to fight America by saying fight the West. Wait a minute, y'all. But I thought they was fighting Ukraine. Now those people see it differently, and that's what you all don't know. They say we rolling with Putin against America. Wow. So if they say it like that, why would they say it like that? Because it's something they know that y'all don't know in America. That's how it's like that. It's something they know. So why would they even say, I'm listening to this? Because y'all not getting the same information I'm getting. Because I'm tied in some more people over here. And they sterilizing the news in America and keeping the people stupid. That's why everybody's saying, oh, we got to stand for Ukraine. Even black people. And they don't even know the way the Ukrainian dog the African people. They black. But it was Russia that took them in and said we had to help their people. And I'm standing there looking at the video, and the guy, they open up this school and say, hey, they can come in. We give them change of clothes, a shower. Because I was thinking about that. I said, damn, man, who done had a bath lately? So the dude said, man, we give them a warm shower, change of clothes, and food, and a warm bed to sleep in. I said, I'll be damned. Y'all ain't heard nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? Even they shut down talking about when the Ukrainians wouldn't let them on. Because, they want everybody to, oh, Ukraine, oh, we got to fight for Ukraine. Because America trying to cover up its dirt, to keep a lid on it. And see, here's the thing what y'all don't realize. Your illustrious leaders that you voting in office, they will kill you, your wife, your husband, your mama, your grandmama, your grandfather, your uncle, aunt, cousin, children, friends, neighbors, and strangers to cover their own ass. Yeah. Hang you out to dry. Don't give a flying flip about you. Look at all the veterans that's homeless in the United States of America. Don't give a flip about them. And those men went over there and fought what they thought was enemies for the betterment of the people, to protect the American values. And then you came home and they left your ass out in the street, homeless. That's why people around the world don't like America. That's why they told them, Iran, we're going to put sanctions on your ass for what you're doing to black people in America. See, everybody ain't necessarily hating on black folks the way y'all think it is. Yeah, man. So this situation we looking at here, it could turn into a real deal, because China and Russia, hey, man, they don't give a flip about America, and they both got shit that'll put America to flight. I told y'all that America did a war scenario situation where they went to war with China. Computerized, they did the whole deal. They can put up all of the weapons and all of the personnel and everything, the tanks, the guns, everything, the helicopters, the jet, and they ran this war game scenario on their supercomputer to see, what would happen, what would be the outcome if they went to war with China. They failed, they lost. America lost one time, the first time they did it, and then America lost the second time they did it. And they did it the third time, America lost. And they did it the fourth time, America lost again. And they did it the fifth time, and America lost again. And they did it the sixth time, and America lost miserably again. And they like, well, damn, they just stopped doing it. 6 times they did this war scenario, war game with China, and America lost miserably 6 times in a row. Came nowhere near defeating just China. Now, you talking about Russia and China? Whew. But see, that's how the American arrogance done brought that down on them, man. That's how that American arrogancy has brought it down on them. Then you got the Chechen fighters joining Russia, and a couple other groups strengthening Russia, and Xi Jinping, Big Dog Xi, he said, man, we got you. Told Vladimir Putin just straight up, hey dog, we got your back. Just let me know what you need. So now you got China and Russia, and you remember Maybe you haven't heard, but but your boy Kim Jong-un over there in North Korea, hey, these niggas is like the rolling Crips, man, the rolling 20s. This nigga say, partner, I'm in it too. I'm locked and loaded. Kim Jong-un say he give his support to Russia. So now you got Russia, China, and North Korea saying, we with you, dog. Let me know. He say we gas up the hoop and do a hoorah. His nigga's like, oh boy. So America got all this. They don't want that smoke. These niggas will blow this shit to smithereen, and we be sitting over here. I be out here in this stupid traffic in the fuel truck trying to get somewhere with 12,500 liters of fuel. Y'all won't even know I'm here. It'd be my last broadcast. Like, poof! I won't even feel it. It's just all dark. It's like, what happened? What? Where everybody go? I can't see nothing. Dude, they got you. What happened? Didn't feel nothing. Didn't hear nothing. I ain't even see a flash. It just all went black. Well, I can't feel my legs. What happened? I can't feel my legs. I can't see nothing. Woo! Who turned the light up? They did it. Oh man, this is crazy. But I'm telling you, these evil heathens, wow, that's unbelievable, you know. They do have the destructive power to destroy all life on this planet. Isn't that amazing? And then the worst devils got that. These are not good people. You know what I'm saying? They're not good people with that type of destructive power. Instead of them figuring out something good for humanity, they would go and figure out how to destroy humanity, and you vote for them. You know that voting bullshit, that democracy, that don't work. You know, America always talking about a dictator, evil dictator. Them people don't be dictators, man. Them people be individuals. Them people be individuals that be looking out for their countries. But because America want to keep up the shit show, they lie and say Saddam Hussein was a dictator, Muammar Gaddafi was a dictator, Russia, Vladimir Putin is an evil dictator, and then you, the American voter, be gullible. Let me show you how that voting go. I'm gonna give you two scenarios. Let's look at this, something real simple. You take a flight on an airplane. Okay, before you get on the airplane, through democracy, you have a choice between two pilots. And you gotta fly, but you have to vote on what pilot you want to fly the plane. You got two choices. One pilot has a lot of skills and he know how to fly. All right? And so you get to vote on him, and he has a greater chance of getting you there because he got skills, he got experience, and you get to go on a plane with an experienced, skilled pilot. Now the other pilot, he has no skills, he has no experience, and he damn near don't know how to fly the plane, but he's offering you to fly free in first class, business elite. You're gonna fly first class, business elite. And guess what? Because you get to fly first class, business elite, that's who you vote for. The sapsucker have no experience, don't know what the hell he doing, but you voted for him to fly the plane because you're going to get first class business elite. And that's the way voting goes. Voting, and see, politicians depend on voters to be that ignorant about who they voting for. You don't even know who this guy is or who this woman is. It's like Kamala Harris. I watched how black women, mainly black women, they went into overdrive on talking about we got to get our sister in office. I heard them. Yes. And your sister has a track record when she was out in California of locking up more black men for a nickel bag of marijuana than the law allowed. For years, she did that. When she had an opportunity to help black people, she didn't do it. And she's on record for that. You have to hear Judge Joe Brown break down Kamala Harris' record. But most black women in America was like, we got to get our sister in office. We got to get out and vote. We got to make sure that they get in office. You know, we got a chance, first time to make history, get a black woman in office. First of all, her father is an African brother, and her mother is an Indian woman. Where did black come in? She's not organic, original black, born and raised in America like those black women. You understand? So where all this black? It's just she stand up there and her skin color look like, and that's good enough for sucker voters that don't know the difference between one damn pilot and the other, but you vote for the one that you figure you gonna get something out of, and he has the worst damn experience, no knowledge of what the hell he doing, can't even turn the damn start the plane up. And that's who you vote for, Kamala Harris. And when she was over there in Poland, and they asked that ding dong straight up, simple ass question about the refugees, that heifer started cackling and laughing like she do all the time. Like, you know, you just laugh and it's gonna go away because you dumbass don't know what the hell you doing. 1,000% organic embarrassment to the United Snakes of America, this ding dong. And they just spread her all over the social media. That job was embarrassing, man. I said, look at this damn fool. I mean, didn't even have enough tact to answer the question or just say anything. I mean, hell, whatever she said, it was going to be stupid, but it would have been better than her turning to the president of Poland and waving her hand like, you answer the question. Bitch, the question wasn't for me, it was for you. And then she talking about a friend in need is a friend indeed, laughing with a dumb ass. And she looking like, man, every time I see that clown, she looking like she don't even know where the hell she at. But then you gotta understand why she was picked. I mean, the instant I heard that Biden was choosing her to be his running campaign, I knew she was gonna win. I knew that because he knew that he was going to be able to stimulate the black vote through the sisters getting out there pushing because it was a black woman. But then when I looked at it and I listened to Judge Joe Brown and I did some own background check on Kamala, I said, that shit ain't going to go good. She married to a white boy that is a Jew, selected by an old white dude to work in the White House in a government controlled by a bunch of old, rich-ass white people. And these black women was all over America talking about, we got to get our sister in, get our sister in. Like, you ding-dong thought this Manila woman that ain't even black, she got all them white people around her, and you think she gonna do something with your black ass? You see, y'all was just like the voter, the flyer that had to pick between one pilot and the other. The other pilot was super experienced, gonna do a great job and get you there safely. And this other ding dong, he didn't know how to turn the plane on, no experience, but he said you can fly free in business class and get all the amenities. And that's who you voted for. A ding dong girl. Now check this out right here. This is even worse than her just being a ding dong. I think it was it Richard Nixon or Gerald Ford many years ago. And eventually you will see this on the internet. You keep looking around, because I saw the video. He was explaining about America getting a female president. He said, well, you know, that would never happen unless one particular scenario would take place. He said if a president would win office, that have a female vice president, if that president was to wind up dead or getting killed or die, then by law, the vice president would become president. And that's how we will end up with a female president. I think that was Gerald Ford that was explaining that years ago. And so here it is. America has that scenario. That's a reality. You got a female vice president and a dumb mixed woman that just, man, I mean, I'm not even in her corner. You know, I'm living here in Israel, you know, like that. But that's a damn shame, the way this woman just be out there on the international scene. 100% complete organic embarrassment to the United Snakes of America, man. That heifer can't even answer a simple question. I mean, you the president, just like you could do what they normally do, just make up some shit and say it. Who cares? You know, you're the president of America. Folks is used to you making up shit, just saying it. It would have been better than you standing up there laughing and giggling, cackling, and talking about a friend indeed is a friend in need. Bitch, where is you at? Are you in the same meeting? Nigga, do you know where you at? Damn. I'm like, you know, that bothered me. It ain't got nothing to do with that, but that shit was so damn crazy and stupid, it bothered me. Like, damn. she got there laughing, talking about a friend in need is a friend in need. And the president of Poland looked, what the hell is you talking about? He said, oh, I guess I got to answer the question. This ding dong. So you see how America, man, they shit just all around the board just falling straight apart. Wow. And so if old boy Joe, if he tick out, hey, woo, then you running around with a female president that is a straight dingbat. Wow. Ain't that something? Like, people ain't thought of that. This shit, old boy, he's stumbling up the steps to Air Force One. Dude, what's happening? What's going on with your feet? Oh, feet going to sleep. You all right, dog? He out there. And where's Kamala? They was like, where Kamala? They hadn't seen her in a while. What was she doing? Drinking. Back there drinking. You know, pissing off the staff. Everybody quitting. They jumping ship. Man, they tired of this bitch. You remember the sister with the short hair? Chocolate sister? Big old pretty eyes? She had real short hair, real short afro. She dipped weeks ago. You know, and I know they didn't want to say it, but they was like, this heifer, yeah, man, he's tired of her shit. Ooh-wee. What a world, man. What a world. Look at this civilization. Y'all see us out there today. This is a parking lot. Look at here. We ain't going absolutely nowhere. And that's a bad accident. Somewhere up there. But I ain't gonna run out of fuel. I got 12,500 liters. You know, I can pull the hose out and fill the tank up in this truck. That's how I fill up. I don't go to the fuel station. I just fill up from this truck. You know, everything computerized and everything has numbers. Every piece of equipment that I have to fill up, I have to enter the number of that equipment into the computer, and then the computer registers it with the main office over there in Airport City up here with Tel Aviv, next to Ben Gurion Airport. And then the computer turn the pump on so that the fuel can, you know, deliver. And so I just put the license plates to this truck. It's registered in the computer, and it turned the pump and I fill it up. I just bring the pump, bring the hose around the truck, you know. So I don't have to, you know, run it up in the fuel station and that kind of stuff. But anyway, yeah, y'all just, you know, go ahead on and prepare just in case. You know, no, we don't want nothing to happen. No, we don't. But Prepare for the worst so you can be prepared. And you know what the wisdom say? It's best to have it and not need it than to need it and don't have it. Okay? And I was talking with some friends of mine about this situation too, just in case, because when you see Russia is reaching out for other soldiers to come in, and them Chechen soldiers, them jokers there, them niggas, oh boy, you talking about these big dog, and then they showed the commander. They said this guy so rough, and he commanding up his Chechen soldiers to get over there and fight with Russia against America. That's exactly what they said it. I'm like, Shazam, they coming in with another whole energy. They done jumped all the way over Ukraine because they know Ukraine is small dog. They ain't worried about Ukraine. A couple of big bombs, it's over with. And they can go over there and get that little president if that's what they wanted. But Russia is not with the Rothschild banking system. He's not one of the Freemason, not one of the cabal, you know, the New World Agenda under Klaus Schwab. And I listened to this bandit the other day, this morning, man. He was breaking down how their objective is to change humanity into a state that they control humans. And he was real negative against spirituality and God. And that dude spoke so deep against, you know, he said that people shouldn't have what they call self-determination, free will. Yeah, he said people shouldn't have free will. And then he waves a hand up in the sky and then believing in some fictitious God in the sky, and they shouldn't have free will and relying on spirit. He said we have to replace all of that with their technology and some code and some programming that they said they wanted to do, and put every single human in this programmable mode so they can control it. Wow. Wow. Woo-wee. And all that's under that bandit Klaus Schwab, and Kevin Trudeau of Canada is one of his top students. And this other heathen, I'm gonna go back and get the information and look at it and get it all locked down so that I can share it with you in detail. These heathen, they up to some stuff, man. I mean, it really is, and ain't nobody even bother them. You know, that's the whole point. Like, but I'm trying to understand, why is it that you so hell bent on controlling the human population? Hell, the human population ain't worried about you. You know, the human population is out here just trying to be human, concentrating on 3 basic: food, clothing, and shelter. That's what the human population is focused on. They not all these people out here that we done passed on the highway. I wouldn't be remiss to say not now one of them is working on some weapon to go destroy somebody. These jokers is running up here and down on these jobs, you know, trying to just do what they need to do in order to keep that food, clothing, and shelter straight. But as world leaders and evil heathen Klaus Schwab and president and leaders that's always sitting up doing some shit. Do you ever see the news about what's happening in the neighborhood? No. Think about that. Just think about that for a moment. Do you ever see news about just common people? Nope. You ever see news about what's happening in the neighborhood? Like, okay, what are they doing up there in that community center? Nothing. What's happening on Davidson Street? Those people living down on Davidson Street. Let's go talk to them and see what they doing, see what they working on. This guy here, out here in the front yard cutting the grass, let's go see if he'll give us a few minutes and talk to him about what's on his mind. You know what I'm saying? Never. It's always something that your government is involved in. And it's always something absolutely terrible that your government is involved in. It's never nothing nice, never nothing good. It's always drama, 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 drama. And is that a reality on this planet? No, that's not the whole story. You have people of all walks of life, all different shades, races, that are doing absolutely great things and never get no shine, you never hear nothing about it. But what you always hear about is bad things that stress you out and keep you all screwed up psychologically. And that's by design. So who is it that's in these places that we don't know about that's creating all this crap to spring out on humans? Oh, just think about that for a moment. Here, Dr. Fauci, and it's out now. It's out. It's absolutely out that he and they have been financing these laboratories in Ukraine. It's all out now. The evidence, the paper documents, the people, it's all. So, okay, while we was out here delivering fuel and running back and forth to our job, living our life, they was doing this, and they was making these things that would be so incredibly demonic and painful and deadly to humans. For what? It's like, for what? Why would you want to create something so incredibly destructive, not only to human, but the run out of those chemicals, the runoff of these chemicals destroys the water, and that destroys the fish and anything else that's in the water. In order for you to stand there and come up with a canister of some type of gas that its only purpose is to destroy human life, why in the hell would you think to do that? For what? And these people is not even bothering you. That's my whole point. Ain't nobody bothering your ass. Nobody's bothering you. No, you going back and forth to the damn lab and figuring up shit, that weapons of mass destruction for fucking what? Who the hell is bothering you that damn bad that you got to go and create some shit for mass destruction? Damn! Do you hear what I'm saying? Why? You one person. Ain't nobody bothering you. But you up here millions of dollars to create to take a virus to make it more deadly for freaking what? I'm going through my whole day. When I started out this morning, I said, let me get all my stuff, because I'm going to go straight from the truck to the gym, get me a nice workout in, go in and eat me some kale green and sprout salad and chill and get on my computer and do some things to put my business forward so I can, I ain't thinking about nothing to bother you. Then when I turn the news on, your ass done came up with a weapon of mass destruction. Damn. And I've been on the planet 60 years, and I do not know nobody that is involved in doing any dirt to the point where it's going to wipe out a whole bunch of people. Nothing but the leaders and the rich folks that's got the money to pay to have all that shit created. And then you look up, oh, it escaped from the lab. What? It escaped from the lab. Because you doing it. Oh man, you know what? That's it. Wow. And just the world we living in. And most of these people out here, only thing they doing is just